I wanted to make a video where I did nail art designs inspired by my family, so I painted 2 nails for each of my family members. And the first design I'm going to start off with is my mom's. So my mom's favorite color is periwinkle, and she loves raspberry as well. On my thumb, I'm going to stamp this pattern. My mother is into tatting, and this reminded me of one of her tatted little medallions that she made. The nail polish I'm going to be stamping with is a white nail polish. I left a little bit of room at the top here to add the thread. I'm going to go ahead and use the same white polish that I stamped with to draw tatting thread. So it looks like it's hanging on something. The second nail, inspired by my mother, is going to be the periwinkle base with a red rose on top. My mother loves roses, and I did reverse stamp the rose and another image that I need to have reverse stamped before I filmed this. So the nails that are inspired by my mother are tatting and red rose. Now for my grandmother, or Mimi. So my grandmother loves to garden, so I'm going to do an ombre nail, and then I'm going to do some little sprouts. This is the brown polish that I'm going to be using. Originally I was going to apply the brown with a cosmetic sponge, but then I realized that doing it like this would make it look more realistic and more like actual dirt that's in the garden. Next, I'm going to take this green polish. I'm going to take a very, very fine dotting tool and just make little sprout shapes that you would find in the springtime in the garden. The sprouts look more realistic. I'm going to put some tiny little leaves. That way they look like they're growing, let's just say cucumbers, because we grow cucumbers a lot. You can obviously do this with a toothpick too. For my ring finger, so for the ring finger, I am going to do a book design. Mimi loves to read, so do I, and so did my mom. So I'm going to stamp some black writing over it because I've seen her read some books that have a purple cover. Plus, Mimi's favorite color is purple. On my pinky finger, I'm going to be doing one of the 2 designs that are inspired by me. My favorite color is pink, and on this nail I'm going to do some white daisies, but this time I'm going to use white acrylic paint because it's easier for me to work with. I love any color of daisies, honestly, but I think that white daisies are really, really pretty on a pink background, in my viewpoint. For the center of the daisies, I'm going to yellow polish. Take a small dotting tool. My pinky on my right hand is going to be another design that inspired by myself, and the base is this really pretty color from Essie. I am going to be doing another book design. I wanted this nail to mimic the coloring of a book, the page coloring and the ink in the book. Like I said, I love reading. I'm currently reading like 3 books right now. So I wanted this to be a book nail. These 2 nails right here are going to be inspired by my grandfather or Baba. One thing I will say is that I am not left-handed, so drawing with my left hand is actually very difficult for me. But I'm going to try. I'm also using black acrylic paint for this because it's easier for me to do with my non-dominant hand. I'm going to take the same red I used for the roses on my mom's nails to make a flag on the putting green. I decided to do this part with a finer dotting tool because it's easier for me with my left hand. There we go. Now I'm going to draw one of my grandfather's golf clubs with this silver polish. There we go. That's the best golf club I can draw with my left hand. Now I'm going to take a white polish with the same dotting tool except on the other side, and I'm going to draw, or should I say dot, a golf ball. And I kind of did this further down the nail so it looks like it was rolling down into the whatever it's called with the flag. For my middle finger, I'm going to be doing a pond because he likes to go fishing, so I'm going to be using this image right here. And I'm going to use the same green to kind of draw like rough grass around the sides to mimic the grass. And a pond. The same with the brown. Just to add a little bit more definition. For the last 2 designs, I'm going to be doing one inspired by camping and Detroit Tigers, which are inspired by my dad. For the second design and the last design is going to be Detroit Tigers, Old English D. And I just have some nail art stickers for this because normally I would try to freehand the Old English D. However, I'm not comfortable freehanding it with my left hand. Both my grandfather and my dad are Detroit Tiger fans. So all of the designs inspired by my family.